After the Victorian period, from the beginning of 20th century, in the history of English literature आगाज होता है मॉडर्न लिटरेचर का, मॉडर्न पोएट्री, मॉडर्न ड्रामा एंड मॉडर्न नॉवल का। मॉडर्निज्म एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव लिटरेरी मूवमेंट है जिसका आगाज होता है 19th सेंचुरी के क्लोजिंग ईयर्स में। Modernism एक international movement थी, and according to M.H. Abraham, the term modernism is used to identify new and distinctive features in the subject, forms, concept, and style of literature and the other art. एम.एच. एब्रम के अकॉर्डिंग लिटरेचर के सब्जेक्ट, फॉर्म, कंसेप्ट और स्टाइल में न्यू एंड डिस्टिंक्टिव फीचर को आइडेंटिफाई करने को मॉडर्निज्म कहा जा सकता है। Following are the chief characteristics of modern literature or modern poetry: symbolism, imagism, stream of consciousness, absurdity, Marxism, sanctity, and individualism. सिंबलिज्म में राइटर एक एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आइडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए फिजिकल ऑब्जेक्ट्स, कैरेक्टर्स और कलर्स को यूज करता है। फॉर एग्जांपल सन या सूरज की जो रोशनी है उसे प्रॉस्पेरिटी और हैप्पीनेस को रिप्रेजेंट करती है। ऑन द अदर हैंड डार्कनेस की डिस्क्रिप्शन या फिर विंटर में जो फॉग है ये लाइफ की सफरिंग्स एंड सैडनेस को रिप्रेजेंट करता है किसी भी लिटरेचर में। इमेजेस में राइटर किसी एब्स्ट्रैक्ट और समटाइम यूनिवर्सल आइडिया को एक्यूरेट एंड डेफिनेट इमेजेस, सीन्स एंड लैंडस्केप्स के जरिए रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस, जिसे इंटीरियर मोनोलॉग भी कहा जाता है, यानी कि मन में बातें करना, ख्यालात की दुनिया में खोना, in which the writer depicts the longer thoughts and feelings which pass through the mind of the character. स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस एक्चुअली एक साइकोलॉजिकल अप्रोच है जिसे सबसे पहले विलियम जेम्स ने इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया था, और टी.एस. इलियट्स और वर्जीनिया वुल्फ जैसे ग्रेट राइटर्स ने अपनी राइटिंग्स में इस टेक्निक को यूज किया है। Next characteristics of modern age is absurdity. Absurdity is a situation or state of ridiculousness or irrationality or unreasonableness. Modern literature was an absurd literature, which means there were no logically connected sequence of events in the literature and characters in situation without any inherent purpose of life, and it represented the meaningless actions and events. Marxism is another characteristic of modern age, discussed by Karl Marx. It is an socio-economic movement based on money and financial status of the people. In individualism, writers took interest in the attitude of the individual person to the changing world rather than the society as a whole. Modern literature is experimental. Writers abandoned the traditional meter and scheme, and they wrote in free verse with mixed themes and ideas like a collage. Dadaism is another characteristic of modern literature, which means negation of beauty and pomposity and likeness for the simplicity. Existentialism is another philosophical and literary theory that denies the existence of religion and assumed that people are entirely free and thus responsible for what they make of themselves. These were the major and most important characteristics of modern literature. Now we shall discuss the modern poet of the modern literature. There were a large number of modern poets. Of them, T.S. Eliot and William Butler Yeats were the most famous and highly considerable. T.S. Eliot, or Thomas Stearns Eliot, was a great modern poet, and he is often called the representative of modern age. Eliot was born in 1888 in the USA. He was educated at Harvard University. After that, he received education at Paris and Oxford as well, and settled in England, which he has made his literary home. He wasn't only a great poet, but a great critic as well. He was the innovator of new style of poetry of the modern age, and who was given the Nobel Prize in 1948. As a critic, T.S. Eliot declared that a work of poetry must be made impersonal by the traditional technique. Eliot's most important work, The Waste Land, is a very clear and impressive picture of modern age. His most famous critical work is Tradition and Individual Talent, which he wrote in 1919. William Butler Yeats was the second major poet of the modern age. He was famous for symbolist movement. He was symbolist poet and a visionary poet. Yeats was an anti-rationalist. He believed in magic, occultism, and hypnotism. So, dear viewers, these were the most important characteristics of the modern age, modern poetry, and the major modern poets. In our next video, we shall discuss the modern drama and the modern dramatist. If you find the video helpful, then do not forget to subscribe my channel and stay connected with me. See you again. Goodbye.